Greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I am here today because I plumb forgot it was September. And for the FSC group, the Foiling Snobs Club on Facebook, once a month I like to do some art that can be foiled, colored, cut, just something fun that everybody can download for free. So if you're not a member of the FSC, you can't have it. But if you are, you know where to go. You go into documents, I do believe, something, files. You go into files and you click on it, and then you'll see all the wonderful stuff that everybody shares with the group. All of my stuff is labeled pound ECR Crafts, Elizabeth Costa-Rogers Crafts, and then it's titled for the month and what was going on for there. So definitely check out that stuff. Also in FSC, when I go to post this, I also use the Dropbox link, so you can go and find all of my stuff together as a whole. Now, for this month of September, I like to do kind of a head. So I want to work on some Halloween stuff so that people can get the download, make some Halloween cards. Next month, we'll do Thanksgiving cards. So I'm a little early so that people will have more time to craft. And this month is Slimline in our card exchange, part of the FSC. And I thought it would be fun to do some Halloween Slimlines in the portrait style. So what I've done to help me draw, I kind of have an idea what I want. And so I thought maybe you guys could join me while I go through the process of creating something for the FSC. Some items are way easier than others, let me tell you, and I can go right to my Illustrator program, design it, get it, and ship it out. And then some require a little sketching beforehand, and that's what we're doing here. I have 3 panels because on my Slimlines, I do an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. I cut off 4 inches so that we have a 7 by 8.5. Then you fold it at the 3.5 mark. Well, 3.5, okay, if we take off a 1/2 inch on each side, we're gonna have we're gonna have these measurements where it's a 1/4 inch smaller on every side, which works great for a full sheet of paper. So say like this is your 7, you've cut off a strip. Well, now this strip is your front panel, so you can decorate it, do all that fun stuff, and you're golden, good to go. I like to design to fill the page so that if somebody has the full size Mink, they can just run the whole sheet through. Of course, you don't have to do that. You can cut and run through just the section you need. So let's get started, shall we? I don't know. I gotta remember now what I wanted to do. Okay, spider webs and a hat. That's what I was thinking. You know, you have your cute little hat with the spider dangling it down. That's the one I was thinking. And then we would have a spider web in the corners. Okay, so I just kind of flick out the measurements, you know, kind of where I want it to be. So I want kind of a creepy cobweb in over the corner here, and I will probably pull up some reference later to get that in a little bit better, because I don't want it too cartoony or too perfect, you know, because cobwebs are kind of creepy. They get a little hairy and they get a little creepy. So there's my cobweb. And then maybe there'll be a little spider dude hanging out up here. Okay, so we're kind of just, that's kind of where I want him. So of course he's gonna look a little better than that. Well, I don't know how much better. Spiders are ugly, right? Ugh. Ugh. But then we have the hat. Now I want the hat to come down to a point so that I can do another little spider. But that's going to be too close to the edge. Let me grab my eraser here, because that is going to be way too close to the edge. So I want my spider to be chilling out right here. He's going to be pulling on his little doodad, his little web, you know. Okay, so we'll have our happy little spider. You know, they're happy because they're scaring the crap out of the rest of us. Now this hat has to bend, so we're going to do some bends right there. And maybe it's a blunt end because it's an old hat and it's lost some of its point. Maybe it's got a little patch here, you know, because it's an old witch's hat. And we're going to come around. I'm not quite sure how that's going to look. Maybe it needs to be a tall hat. Maybe that bend is a little too much. And I'm not liking this because it's too narrow. Too long. So I actually have to change this up. What do I want to do? So we're gonna flip that over because that's not quite what I want. Okay, let's see. Let's do the bottom of the hat. We're gonna do the swoop, and then, well, that's better. So sometimes you just gotta readjust. And maybe it's gonna go off the page. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it just needs to be bigger and go off the page. So this is gonna come down and it'll probably have a little fun little buckly thing right here, kind of help make it look round. We're gonna do that, swoop down, that'll give roundness to the hat, and then we're gonna come off the page like that. Oh yeah, I like it coming off the page like that. A little smaller though down here. Go there. There's this part. And maybe she's nature's witch, you know, keeping everything healthy, loving her little critters. So her thing is going to have some feathers and another leaf, maybe 3 items, or maybe a little twig with some berries for any time a little birdie sits on her hat. Okay, now if this was actually on her head, it would kind of bow out a little bit there because she wears it a lot. So we're gonna go like that. Okay, there we go. And then her little spider friend, maybe we just make him a little bit smaller. Have to get some reference for spiders, which is scary, let me tell you. Ugh, I gotta Google cute spiders because ugh, I get the heebie-jeebies just looking at pictures of spiders. Let's not talk about them. So I'm going to erase some of these extra lines I have in there because we need to see where this is going. I think that's at too much of a bend right there. I need to straighten that back out. There we go. So it's a lot of this, that, and the other. Oh, there we go. That needs to bend that way. Okay, because then if we can imagine, these points are going to come out to there and meet up. Yeah, there we go. We get rid of that one. Okay. And then we're still going to put our spider web, because this is a good witch. So no bones or anything for this witch. We're going to put that little cobwebs up in here. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I like that. Maybe we do want to go a little. So this one would be the center, and it would shoot out like this. Okay. And I'll do these in Illustrator with thicker lines so that they get a good foil contact with some foils. Oh yeah, look at that. We're gonna make nice thick lines. Sometimes your vision just has to go the other direction. When I was like, I don't want the cutesy little cobwebs, but I think the way this one is just the way we need it. Right? Okay, in cobwebs, you offset their little lines so that it's like little ladders in there. It helps them give dimension. You want to follow the curve of your first line, okay? And that helps them round out like they're hanging on to something. Okay, and what's good about this particular design is you can ink blend it with some purples and blues. That's what I'm seeing. And then foil it with some gold on the webs. And then maybe I'll do this one in a reverse so that when you go to foil it, it's the hat is fully foiled, and then the lines don't get foiled. So there'll be a void there. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good. So we're gonna do our little creases in reverse. That means I need to clean up these lines. So some of this line will be clear. We'll have a line on the outside. Do a double line. And I'll work that more out in Illustrator because it's easier to black it out and check things out. Go like that. And so this will be all colored in. Nice and wonderful. And this will be colored in because this will be clear through the center. Okay, and then when we come here, that'll be clear with a line down the side. Not as fat though. Okay. And then I think the buckle and goodies will leave out and not foil so people can color them in to match their witch. Maybe she's purples and greens. Ooh, you know what? This would be fun to do accessories. So if we do an extra spider, okay, so extra spider, extra leaves, because in Illustrator the nice thing is if I draw this leaf I can copy and paste it, and then what I can do is do a little strip of extras. So when you go to print it, you'll have your main design here, and then you'll have this little bitty strip, and on that strip you're going to have accessories that'll go to the 3 panels. Yeah, That'll be fabulous. And then you can fussy cut them out or use them as whatnots, you know, and then you could pop him up over the top of this. So yeah, I think I'll work on that too. So maybe this will be just 2 and then have some accessories. Okay, so this is that. You actually wouldn't see that line through there because there's going to be a leaf. All right, looks good. So that's just a sketch, which I will run into Illustrator, but let's get our next sketch done. So this one is going to be accessories that so maybe a sentiment. So, and a spider, which is hat, leaves. So that would be for the one, and then we'll have, but you can mix and match them. So that will be that. So now what do we want on this panel of Halloween goodness? Think. What if we did a moon? Okay. Maybe some clouds. Kind of hide the moon back there. Okay, so we do some clouds, and then we do creepy little house. This is a little steeple, got some bars on it. Maybe this one will be more. I'll have to look at references because drawing houses is not easy, people. It's not. But I kind of want ours kind of tapered in. It's going to have a rest in peace right there. Maybe a little cross right there. So then we have like this creepy old fence. It's going to have some spikies on it, trying to keep out the riffraff. Okay. And then get some more spikies. Of course, our little cross is going to be really filled in because it's going to be up front. And then we'll do the cross and tombstone as an accessory for this. So not only will it be printed on this, then you'll have an extra one that you can cut out and pop up and put it right in front. Do some grass. Okay. A little fence, which kind of looks like grass, but it will be a fence when I get it into Illustrator. Okay. Maybe the gate, it's kind of just hanging in there. And then we kind of taper in the house like it's lost some weight. It's kind of creepy now, and it needs a front stoop somehow. Go back, push that back a little bit so we have a porch, and we're going to give it a door. Fancy door, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to look up some references for this. Nope, that's terrible. Don't stack your windows like that. Who does that? We're gonna have a big window here with some curtains. Maybe some curtains. I don't know. And then we'll have a little side window here. And then we're going to stack this house up. But yeah, so that's kind of what I want to go for. So I need to Google some reference on scary houses, I think. Maybe that one's got a wraparound porch upstairs. I don't know. Got a little window. Kind of be nice to make it actually look creepy. So, yeah. Okay, so let us put on pause. I'm going to pull up some reference material and we're going to hit this sketch again, trying to make it a little bit easier to work with, more so like this. Okay, so bear with me. All right, I'm back. So there is tons of reference material if you type in haunted house and then hit images. And I was scrolling through and way beyond my skill capacity, let me tell you. And then this little guy popped up. Let me pull this closer for you. And I thought, oh, this is so much easier. Nice thick lines, right? If I do this framing, that would be beautiful foiling, right? And then we can, and kind of see how it tapers in right there. That's kind of what I was wanting anyways. And then off the side, we'll make it look like a crazy house and have another one of these basically shoot up from there. So we're going to modify this and make it our own. I'm going to eliminate these from the outside, but I will have a thin line running because I like this wooden look. And I'm going to adjust it a little bit because I don't want my door in the center. I'm going to pop it off to the side. And then do the window up above. We'll see how that works, okay? So that's what I'm going to be kind of looking at as I do my new panel. It's a 3x8, I think is what I measured it. So a workable panel for an 8.5 sheet of paper, cut 4 inches off the bottom. Yep, 3x8. That is your working panel for the front of your card. Okay, so 8.5 by 11 on the 11 side, cut off 4 inches, fold it in half, and then when you get these all printed, you put them on top, and you would have a nice 1/4 inch border around. So we're back to this. Okay, so I think maybe also if I had it come, let's see, up a little, right about here, we're gonna go up, we're gonna do a crazy point down, and then we do want this thick just like that, and then this would be all nice and foiled in. And then, do I want curved? I'll have to debate over that, if we want it curved or sharp points. And then we're going to come in with the sides of our building. Okay. And I think maybe mine will be like this pointy window, so it fits better in there. And then we're going to do a casing for our door again, so it looks kind of crooked. Give a little extra border, a little door handle, and then do a little window. Actually, what if we round that out and make our door a little bit bigger? And you know what? I do want it in the center. I like that one, how it's in the center. Let's scooch this over. Okay, so that's going to be our door, and it'll have some detail. Maybe our door will have a little window, so if somebody wants to actually cut that out with an X-Acto knife, they can put some and I do like that. We're going to leave that flat on the bottom. Put a little piece of acetate in there with some yellow ink on there. I think that'll be pretty cool. Okay, and then we're gonna make it so that our door looks like somebody just slapped this sucker together. And then this is our ground. We'll put a little bush there, the bush there, and then we're gonna do right off of the top, we're gonna almost like a chimney, but it's gonna be like, nope, going kind of crooked there. I know we want it crooked, but not that crooked. I tell you, houses are not my forte, but we're gonna make this do. So there's that. So somebody would take their little victim up there and lock them away in the little tower. And we're gonna want these thick too, just like the other one. Nice thick, cartoonish sides. Super thick. And then we're gonna make this roundish right off of there. And maybe these aren't straight. Maybe these are kind of bumpy. There we go. Yeah. Come up with that. Come down. Gonna round this out just a little bit more. Not so pokey at the top. Slap it in. Do the fat door frame. That'll foil really nice, I think. Super fat walls. Get some of that. I need my other. Did I put that? Yep, I did. Okay, so I want to see this because I liked how I was going with this. We're gonna do this little guy, and then we're gonna do this little guy, and then, ooh, what if we scooch over, we'll make this just a little bit bigger because it's way in the front, right? So we're gonna make this a little bit bigger, and then we're gonna do our crooked cross. And it's gonna say be where. Okay, I'm gonna break that up because it's been hanging out in the weather for a while. Do some grass. Do some grass on this. Okay. And then we're gonna do a little more, because you know they haven't been home for a while. Maybe it's got some big old bushes here. Clean that up a little bit. Get some grass in there. Okay, and then our moon would be here, and then we would have some cloud behind there. Okay, oh yeah. And then if you ink blend this with some grays and purples, that's gonna look really nice. And then maybe there's Not that. I don't know what that is. Don't mind me. Maybe there's a bat. We can draw bats. Okay. We'll need a couple of bats though. We'll do those better in Illustrator. Maybe reference a couple more. And then we'll do, where's my accessory page? Where's my accessory page? There's that one, there's that one. Accessories. Okay, so on the tombstone, the cross, let's do bats for accessories. And then the bird. Bird, you say? You didn't draw a bird. Oh, but I had an idea for the bird. So maybe this is broken off a little bit. So maybe beware doesn't even, it's beware, right? So then we have little birdie claws with a little birdie belly. And then we'll reference a little bit of raven or crow, whatever you prefer. I like them both, but I label everything ravens because they're beautiful. So yeah, so somewhere here will be the raven just kind of chilling, and that will be that. Ooh, I like that so much better. So those will be our two panels. Again, if you're part of the FSC, you'll get to foil those, or like I said, you can print, color with your markers, whatever you want to do. I am going to make the lines a little bit thicker so that they can be foiled easily. So at this point, if you're like, oh cool, that's it, that's all I want to watch, be gone with you. No. That's this portion. Now I am going to pull out my equipment so that I can get this into my laptop. I'm going to try and film it. I don't know how to do screen, you know, I'm really new to this. I just do whatever. So there you have it. So I'm going to put you on pause. If you're done, thank you for stopping by. And we'll see you next time. But if you're going to hang around to see the finished product, just... Alright, we are back. It's later in the day for me, but just mementos for you. We're going to work on this little sketch here. I took a photo with my phone, emailed it to myself so that I could download it onto my laptop, because I don't need anything spectacular. We're going to boost up the image size. Oops, sorry. And then we're going to get to work. Okay, so I have a tool. Let's go grab a tool. Let's go grab the blob tool and see what it's up to. Check out my properties. We have a 1 point. That's about right. So, actually, yes, we are. I don't know if I want to put the moon in there. I don't know if people would want to put their own moon in. I don't know. So there's a roof. And basically at this point, we just trace everything in. And it doesn't have to be super fabulous just yet, because we can always go in and fix up the bits. Now the blob tool, which is what I'm using, makes each mark connected. And sometimes that's good and sometimes it's not. Like in this point it's not, because I don't like those lines. So I think I'm going to change that. Delete. Come on. Vacate the premises. I'm going to get out of there. we're gonna go fetch the paintbrush and do the 1 point, and then we're gonna do this again. Do do do. No, I don't want it. There we go. I had made it way too wide the last time. We're going to fill this in because it's just going to be shadow, or foiled. Sorry, not shadow. Okay. I don't know why those little rings pop up. Really? Okay. We'll fetch our blob tool now, because we're going to just fill this in. Okay. And it's just like coloring. Only thing is you're looking at the screen instead of your hand, which is a little interesting to get used to at first. I'm gonna bring up my point a little bit. We're gonna fatten this side up just a hair. And then kind of make it jaggedy, I think, because we don't want perfect edges. Okay, now we're gonna come down with the makeshift topper, and we don't want that looking all pretty either. We're gonna shade this in so we have some nice good foiling area. You know what, I don't like that line. That one's kind of, oops. Tool options. Let's bring that up just a hair. There we go. I'm using my bamboo it's like a writing tablet thing for your computers. Uses a USB port to plug in. You can set its properties and stuff in with your computer, and it's just like drawing on paper. Well, not just like, you know what I mean. And so you can, with the blob tool is nice, you can just make your lines and then they merge to be one unit. Okay. And then we're gonna go in to our tower, make a crooked window. Get a little shadow under there. Make little like bricky areas. Give it some texture. And make one side a little bit fatter. Because why not? And then if somebody wanted to, they could cut out that little window and put some acetate behind there, and it would be you could put a little yellow light in there. Okay, now this roof, I don't know if I want to fill in or just let it be. One might just let it be. Come in with the blob tool, do some blobbing away. We're gonna make this side a little bit fatter like we did on the upper one. So we have good foiling. And then I think this one's going to have a little ledge. It's kind of rickety. Here we go. And then our door is going to look like it's falling apart. Crooked old house. Gonna give it a doorknob. Gonna give it a peep through window. Maybe not. I might delete that. And then we're gonna do our crazy little bush here so that we know where to stop with the side of the house. Okay, and then we're gonna do another one over here so that we can come down this side of the house. Okay, and then our little tree bush. Got some texture in there. So when it's foiled, it'll look cool. Okay, and then we're going to come over here and do something similar. Just kind of willy-nilly draw some lines in there. Color that one in dark so we have a neat foiled in area. I might erase it later. It might be too big. I don't know. See how it goes down below. Okay, and then we're gonna make some grass. Make our little place is overgrown, but before I go, I want to make some crackly old house marks, kind of like we did up top. This roof is rough. Gonna need to fatten these up. There we go. That looks better. Let's see. Okay. And then we're going to come slivering down here because we're going to leave a little bit of white space there, just to add the contrast between that and the upper tower. But we're still going to make this part fatter. Here we go. And then we're going to throw in some shade underneath our eave. Maybe. Kind of like how that's looking. Way easier. I did the witch's hat earlier and got super frustrated with it because it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. Oh my goodness. There was almost 2 hours of footage. I'm like, nobody's going to sit here and watch this for 2 hours. Sheesh. So I still have it on my phone. I might put it in. And then even after I finished filming, I went back in and did some editing because it was just horrific, some of the spots. And I'm like, this isn't working. So we just had to up and redo that. So there's our beware sign. Or our beware, because it may not be a full sign. Okay, and then this is going to be our shadow side. Oops. Edit, undo. I went too far with that. There we go. Go color this in now. Be a little bit careful. Don't want to go too crazy. And we're going to make that a little edgy. Put in some dots. Alright. Oh yeah. So when I'm done here, I'll show you how it looks all finished. The witch's hat. I think it turned out pretty good. Just whoo-wee. So if somebody painted this, that's kind of what I was thinking. Oh, beware actually fits. Look at that. It doesn't have to be perfect because this is our little creepy, keep outy, no one's invited area. We don't need it looking good. We just need it looking kind of creepy. Okay, and then we're gonna let's see, and we shaded the windows on. I need to shade the windows on the other side because I just shaded this guy on that side. Or does it matter? Does it matter? Nope, doesn't matter. I lied. I'm going to shade it any way I want. Do I want to shade it this way? Maybe this particular sign is kind of going this way. Some creepy grass in there, so if somebody wants to do some coloring, all right, this one's going way better than the last. And these will be good for foiling, but not so much for cutting out with a Cricut. There's just too much going on. And so just kind of do squiggly. Do I want to put this here, or do I want to let other people put? See, that's where it's like, do you want to put something there, or do you want to let somebody write their own stuff in there? Maybe I'll leave that blank. Maybe people could write who it's going to in there. That would be kind of funny. So say like if I were to give this to my son. Come on. And one more, edit, undo. Go in and handwrite his name. Nothing fancy. You can just do teeny little dashes just like this. And do that with a nice black pen. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that space for somebody to write on. Let's get rid of this. There we go. So, and I'm going to delete this and just make it a little bit smaller so you guys can write whatever you like just below it. Okay, so there's that. And now our bird. Bird's the word. I'm going to open up Chrome here and Googlefy. Ravens. Enter. We're going to look at images. Resting. Oops, that is not resting. Let's try that again. Resting. Ravens resting. Oh yeah, here we go. What do we got? Ooh, I like this one where his little beaky's open. Do we have one pointing the other way? Oh, I see like this one right here. That's a nice, easy. What do they got? I just made it too big. Scooch over, scooch over. Okay. So he's a blob, scuffies, feathers, feeties. Let's see if I can do this without having to copy and trace. So we're gonna go, because I kind of want him more cartoony than that. So his tail feathers, actually I'm gonna make my pen smaller. And then actually I'm going to lock that layer, throw in another layer. That way there, if I mess him up, I can erase him. Okay, so let's see. We're going to give him some leggies because you're not really going to see his footsies. So there's his tail feathers. And then his wing, probably going to be in there somewhere. And it was a hump and another hump. Did you guys see that? So his back humps into his head. Okay, so we're going to go into that and into his head. And then there's kind of another little lumpy there. So we're going to need to make his little belly a little bit fatter. Kind of like that. No. I don't like what's going on with his, see, his wing. Okay, his wing needs to go like that. I'm trying to curve it a little too much. That way, I need to go this way, I think. Okay. And I used the blob tool. That was really special. Get rid of this. I like it when I erase stuff and it decides it doesn't want to erase itself. Now again with the blob tool, I should have had the regular pen out. What's her paintbrush doing? Oh, good. Okay, so gonna go up. Not looking too shabby. I don't know why I just did that. Get rid of that mark and that mark. And this is why we like the pen tool, because if we don't like a mark, we can delete just the mark and not the whole image. And this will be fun too. If you have black foil, you can foil certain parts. Like you can make a shiny black raven. It might be a little tedious. That's a little creepy. No human eyeballs. Get out of there. Because they just have like this little... But I don't like the mouth either. Something's going on. Let me go look back at the picture because we got a little too much weirdness going on with his little beak. Okay, it swoops. It's a swooper. Okay, so we're gonna swoop. Not Toucan Sam swooping. There we go. Those remind me of pinchers. Okay, we need to swoop down with the other part. Okay, let's get in here and swoop down. So it kind of follows. So if this swoops like this, we're gonna swoop like this. But I think it's not as long. What do you think? It might be shorter. What did the bottom do? See, this is the great thing. You can, I could just, what am I doing? I could just do this. Put them next to each other. Scooch. Scooch. Where's my birdie? I need you down on this side. Nope, not in the big size. My cursor's having a fit. I hate it when it does that. Uploading videos. Okay, here we go. Now we can see. Work smarter, not harder, right? So you can kind of see too. Scoot you over. How's that? Okay. So it's looking pretty good. But I do... Okay, I've got his belly. I like that angle. But I need to... What do I need to do? I need to catch it. I need to lift all of this up. And scooch it out just a hair. Catch all that, pull it up, and then that way there, when we go to do his claw part, there we go. He looks kind of cool without. Do we fill him in? Let's find out. Let's open another layer and fill it in and see what we think. Properties, make our pen bigger now. And we're going to go for the blob tool, because if it looks okay, we're just going to merge it together. Maybe I'll do an accessory bird. Okay, this is too small. Get bigger. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's a little fat right there. Maybe if we layers, unlock that, we're going to move, maybe, where's that at? Should be right here. Oh, that's right, it's on that layer. My bad. Okay, so we're gonna grab this and we are going to scooch it down. Ooh, that might be better anyways, having it come off the page. Okay. Because we want, oops, not lock it. We do want his little tufts, the little fuzzy tufts on the top of his legs, and the way I was working, he wouldn't have any tufts because he's too fat. Okay, so here's his little yelping, and he's gonna have a little tuft of hair here. Okay, and then he's gonna be slender, and then we're gonna give him kind of tufty hair. And then of course I had his legs all wrong. Ooh, and that was a mistake. What am I doing here? Try this again. I'll have to get that on the other one. Okay, so this kind of swoops out. So he's got his little tootsie. And then we got his other little tootsie. Kind of make them. Maybe this little tootsie and this little tootsie hang over. And then ooh, yeah, look at that. That's looking pretty good, huh? I need to minimize my blobber tool so I can have extra pointy feathers. Now, some of these areas won't foil too fantastically if we use foil with bits in it. He would be foiled excellent with some straight black or even gray or silver, especially if we tone this out. Do like a super grayscale, no color, just straight up grayscale. Hit him with some silver, do this all in blacks and grays, and maybe like so dark a purple it's almost black, or blue even, and then just a speck of yellow in the windows. I think would make that really pop. And I'm thinking I like that. Look at him. But you know what? I'm thinking he does need an eyeball though. Dude needs to see what he's doing. Okay, I need to see how these layers are looking. Let's turn off this one. Okay, so we're going to catch them, edit, cut, nope, edit. I forgot, I need to unlock it, you dork. Okay, let's try this again. Edit, cut, thank you. And then we're going to throw this one in the garbage. And we are going to, what is that hiding? Okay, edit, paste in place, and then we're going to make it all one. So now, I kind of like them all scratchy like that back here, not so much up here. But I think I'll clean it up. Just so when we go to foil, it will be fabulous. I'm going to increase that. And what I'm going to do is come in here, delete these little bits. Ah, not that bit. Thank good for the undo. See, and then I don't actually have to color anything. Okay, I need to straighten up. Something happened wonky to his tail. Maybe he just had a bad day and is like, I can't handle it no more. Okay, let's see about moving this that way, moving that way. Scooch over. Okay. It's looking good. Okay, and then I'll go in and color that beak in a little bit. That clicking is me deleting. It's kind of loud, but it's got to be done. We don't want that hanging down. We don't want that hanging down. Ooh, that looks nice. Okay. Looking good, much easier than a stinking witch hat. I don't know what I was doing wrong with that one. I couldn't get it to group together. I couldn't get it. Oh, it was terrible. Blob tool, and we want to make sure our blob tool is really tiny so that we can come in here. That's not really tiny. Let's get the tinier one. And then actually, let's erase that. Put that as a 1. Because I want... And then this needs to go more like this. And then we'll fix that. Okay. So back to the blob. I always start in and then pray that my line goes where I needed to go by the time I get to where I'm at. If I'm not mistaken, they have like this extra little bump here. I'm going to give mine an extra little bump. Right there and right there. And then we're going to bend this out. Okay, I do need to erase that part right there. Ta-da! Alright, how's Mr. Crow doing? Raven. There we go. Get rid of this little bit here. These are kind of too fluffy. Downsize those a little bit. Liking that. Gonna come and clean this up. Okay, and then go back in, fill in that, give a little swoop, swoop. No, don't like that swoop. Let's erase that swoop. There we go. Okay, I gotta fill that other spot in. Okay, you guys see anything I missed? So, I'm going to just fill that in because I know it's not going to foil very well. But I'm going to leave those because even if he doesn't foil, or if people just print him out to color, I think he's going to have a little crook in his beak right there. Like he's had a rough day. Okay, let's zoom out and see what we have, my friends. Ooh, look at that. Let's get rid of that. And we're going to scooch up. Zoom out a little bit more because we want to see what's going on. That's locked. Okay. So we have that. Now the question is, do we want to draw in the moon or let the ink blending do its thing? And I kind of feel like we need to let the ink blending do its thing. So you can put in just creepy clouds. Maybe yours doesn't have a moon. Yeah, we're going to do that. This is a lot of planning, let me tell you. And you know what? I do not like this overfilled bush. Oh, that's right. It's locked. We gotta unlock it. Where's it unlocked at? Is that it? Nope, that's that. Lock that back up. So it's this one. Okay. So, where was I? You guys probably thought, oh, it looks fine. I don't. It's crazy, right? I'm on the eraser. Where's my tool options? We're going to go just a wee bit bigger. I said wee bit bigger. All right. Oh, yeah, that's better. Okay, but I need to add some more darkness to this house because it's not quite doing what I need it to do. And that's not doing anything. That's a teeny line. Let's get that 1 point back in here. Okay, quit pushing that button. Don't want to drag it. We want to... undoing. I put them too close together. Right there. I should have went to this side and then this side, kind of like a tree bark. And then this one is going to creep over to this side and kind of crawl up. And then we're going to darken this in right there. I don't know why, but I just think we need to. Maybe. Let's darken this side just a wee bit. Oh yeah, what is that? Looks more crooked, doesn't it? More of a fun crooked. Make sure I don't have any white spots that we don't need. I like my little tower. I like this going on. Let's throw in some bats. Oops, I need my layers panel. Add a layer. Alrighty. And we're going with the blobby tool. This is the fun part. We just need to do one bat. Really. And we want them colored in. And yes, my bats kind of look like Batman. I can't avoid it. Little bat symbols. Okay, let's enlarge that pen and fill that in and see if it looks good. And it doesn't. Let's do this. Yeah, we just zoomed in so that we could go over here, pull this down. We got to get all of this filled in. So now we can actually see what we're doing. Oh, we forgot to give our little birdie an eyeball. How'd you guys let me forget that? Okay. So this little guy, he's got big ears. These big ears. And then we're going to tip his fingers. If he had fingers, that's where they would be. And this is actually going to be like his body. So we want that more rounded, because we don't actually want Batman's bat symbol. Okay, now this little guy, he's probably going to have a couple of points out. There we go. That's looking more better. More better? Yeah, that's babbling. Don't mind me. I just don't want you guys to be bored. Okay, so we're going to shoot that out. Like that. Like that. Okay, kind of liking how this rolls, but I'm not sure what I did. Let's erase it. See what happens. There we go. Okay, so now we can go back in with the blobby tool and make that more of an angle. Up, down, and all around. Some scallops. There we go. to go in and erase that is what I need to do. We're going to go okay. He's looking good. He's not symmetrical, but that's all right. Technically, you can go in and draw half the bat and then hit the copy and paste and rotate. But I don't mind a little inconsistency. Do I like it more pointy or do I like it? I think I like it more pointy. Let's see if we can't. There we go. How's that little guy look? Now we edit, copy, edit, paste, object, transform, reflect, and yeah, now our bat, we've got two little bats. Edit, edit, paste, and then this one we're going to not delete, Elizabeth, shift, squish him down, and now we've got one different size. And we rotated that one. Did we rotate? Edit, nope, transform, rotate. Okay. And then how about, let's see, he's there, he's there. We're going to make this one a little bit bigger than that one. Don't do that. Where'd my... Okay. Oh, that's right. So is he bigger now? Let's see. Shift. A little bit bigger. And then edit. Copy, edit, paste, and then we're going to do one more. We're going to rotate back this way, and then we're going to reflect him so visually he'll look a little bit different. That's because his wings... Okay, now that we have this nice little grouping of them, we're going to downsize to that. And as you can see, they are ginormous. Object, group, so that I can move one. They all move in tandem. And then shift, minimize. Object, reflect, there we go. And then we're going to shift, minimize a little bit more. And I want you to rotate just a hair. Object, ungroup, because I actually want you up there. Oh, you know what? We need another one. Edit, copy, edit, paste, object, reflect, and then we're going to make this one just a wee bit smaller. Here we go. How's that? We got some bats in there, and look, it's a good thing we didn't put the moon in there. Yeah, I think it's fabulous. So that actually works, because now it's heavy with the bats and then heavy with the bird. Kind of goes, hopefully, that's what I see anyways. I do need to clean this up. Otherwise, when I go to print that, it's going to be a nightmare. Or when I save it as a SVG, it's going to be a nightmare. We're going to unlock that. We're going to erase anything below the line. Okay. Clean those up. Clean those up. I'm liking it. Okay, now we're gonna go back in there and put in some grass. Because we do want this darker down here, I think. Looking good, looking good. All right, and then we turn off the eyeball for that, and that is what, so let me shrink it a little bit more. That is what will print. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. And voila. No, something. Do we need? I think so. Let's put in this dividing line like we did on the other side. Just to kind of separate that. Okay. And then I think we're going to go off a little bit right there. I like my... Okay, I like most of it. I don't like this window. Let's fix this window. Okay, and then ready, set, dot. Oh, I didn't. Oh, it's because I locked my bird. Hold on. Nope. Edit, undo. I think it was up too high. My hand is too shaky. I need it to sit right about there. No, I don't like where that is. Oh, there we go. Just need to go down just a hair more. What do you think of that? Woo-hoo-hoo. So exciting. I hope you guys love it as much as I do. I need to come in here with the blob tool so that this doesn't look terrible when we go to foil it. So what I do now is I just kind of go in and double check everything. We're going to pop it in at this. See right here? That means it wouldn't get foiled. Those would be little specks. And you would all be going, what is going on? Okay. Get that a little bit. Take care of that. Tuck that in. Maybe make that a little higher. Tuck that in. Thin that out. Okay, let's, oops, start at the top and work our way down. I think that needs cleaned up going. That way. Okay, that's better. I like that better. But then I need to add that right there and there. What am I doing? Let's grab that. The bats look okay. That's good. Color that in. Lift and drag. Lift. Ooh, edit, undo. Need a little hand. There we are. Color that in. Color that in. Got a little squiggle going on with my Eraser. I'm not liking this. Make my eraser smaller. There we go. I'll fix that now. Okay. Okay. There's going to be something hanging in that window a little bit. Something's kind of blocking it. There we go. Okay, now we had to go back and fix this door, which was a slight little nightmare. Okay, so we're gonna, let's make this smaller. Not much, just a little. That looks a little bit better. And then we're going to do like the upper window and give it kind of like that. Kind of don't want that too. Liking that. Okay. Go over here. Color in some grassy goodness. Okay. And then erase that. Alright, that's better. Okay, let's check up on the other side of the house. Doesn't look too bad. Did erase too far in though. Try that again. There we go. Not liking the blobbiness down here, so let's go fix that. Oops, wrong one. We need a blob tool. There we go. There we go. Yeah. Oops, I missed a spot. Right there. Cover that one, get that one. And this is just about done. Look at that. And that, my friends, is how we create something for the FSC. Anybody, really. Let's zoom out again. Make sure everything still looks pretty good. Okay. That was a mistake when I did this. Let's get that out of there. Sometimes it looks good zoomed up, and then other times you're like, what was you thinking? Okay, let's zoom back in and fix that. Okay, eraser. There we go. Nice and fixed. So definitely keep a lookout for this in the FSC group. It will be a free personal use only image, which means you can print it and give it to your friends on the cards you make, but you cannot sell it as with any of the FSC foilables. With mine, you are welcome to contact me. My email, I think, maybe I should start leaving my email in the bottom. What's his faces in the description, or you can contact me through FSC on Messenger. You can always ask. I don't charge a lot, so if you want to sell it, you just contact me, and there's basic angel policy, just like rubber stamps. I sell you the image, and then you can print it a bazillion times and make some money. Wouldn't that be fun? Oh, I like that. You look so good. The only thing is, I think the only restrictions is you can't sell the SVG as your own. I would please ask that if somebody wants the SVG, just send them back my way, or send them to the Foiling Club. They can get a free copy there. Okay, just babbling on because I think I'm all done. It's time to leave you now. I'm really happy. Oh, let's take a look at, let's zoom out. Let's do the 100%. No, that doesn't quite fit, does it? Pooh. Okay, let's do 66%. So that is that one. And then, remember, we drew this one. And this one turned out looking like... Nope, not that one. Some spider webs, some Spidey, and a hat. What do you think about that? I know it looks so simple. It's like, why did it take you so long to do that? Oh, it was terrible. But there it is. We'll zoom in on this little Spidey. Nope. Please get out of there. Zoom in on this Spidey. See what you think. Multi-eyed Spidey. Check her out. But the way this one is done, I don't know if you noticed that or not. When I do the SVG, this will print the whole hat. It is slightly over. So this one's going to be designed... see if we can't do this really quick with this. So when you print it, okay, when you go to print it, you'll cut right down to the hat, skip the hat, and cut right down, and then cut around the hat. That way there, when you put it on your panel, the hat actually extends this piece. And I think it will just look extra sharp. And then the spider webs will stay in place. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I need to add some more spider webs to this. It's kind of plainy. I don't know. Maybe, maybe the hat just needs to be elongated. Not that hat. Not that one. We're going to lock the spider, lock the webs, and we're going to grab this hat, and we're just going to stretch her out. Okay, now we lock that, quit that, and then we're going to move the Miss Spidey. Oh man, edit, undo. How did we not take our eyeballs with us? Edit, group, so we can take our eyeballs with us. Oh, that's better. That's what it needed. It just needed stretched out a little bit. So yeah, there we go. So when you go to slice your paper, you can cut it straight off, or you can put it in your paper trimmer, slice it right up to there, skip over, slice it down, and then you just trim out that little piece and it will hang over. So that part is all cool and finished. Next, I'll be working on the accessories, and that will be in the final product for the FSC under the files. Hope to see you there. Hope you stay crafty, and I hope you enjoyed this super, super long tutorial on how I get from point A to point B. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye.